Prince Harry described the former home of rock legend Elvis Presley as dark and claustrophobic and said the interior designer must have been on acid. The Duke was visiting the area for the wedding of his and Prince William's close friend Guy Pelly, who was marrying Holiday Inn heiress Lizzie Wilson. Writing in his memoir Spare, the Duke described how the wedding party had already been in Miami for Guy's stag party and flew to Tennessee before the wedding to visit Graceland. Pictures of the visit show the Duke walking around the estate with the Prince of Wales and Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. In his book, the Duke slammed the estate, saying that it reminded him of his Badger set, a lower ground floor flat that he previously lived in at Kensington Palace. He said, "People variously called the house a castle, a mansion, a palace, but it reminded me of the Badger set. Dark, claustrophobic. I walked around saying, 'The king lived here, you say? Really?' I stood in one tiny room with loud furniture and shag carpet and thought, the king's interior designer must have been on acid." Elvis bought the estate in 1957, a few years after he shot to fame, and lived there until his death in August 1977. The king of rock and roll, as he was known to fans, died in the house at the age of 42. His funeral was also conducted there with over 3,500 mourning fans passing by his coffin to pay their respects. Members of the Presley family lived at the estate following Elvis's death, including his aunt Delta until her death in 1993. Elvis's daughter Lisa Marie Presley inherited the estate when she turned 25 in 1993 and lived there for 30 years until her death earlier this month. On Sunday, a memorial service was held at Graceland for Lisa after her untimely death at the age of 54. Among the mourners was the Duke's aunt Sarah Ferguson, who was a friend of Lisa Marie. In a eulogy, the Duchess of York talked about the words her late mother-in-law Queen Elizabeth II had used to discuss grief. She said, "My late mother-in-law used to say that nothing can be said can begin to take away the anguish and the pain of these moments, because grief is the price we pay for love," and how right she was.